Hey, tap in, nigga, log in. Smoke a lot radio, we going all in. Hey, it's your host with the most Walo smoke, yuck mouth in the motherfucking house, baby. You feel me? Tonight we got a big one going down. You dig? SYMBA go tap in a minute. We're gonna get a dope ass interview, you know what I mean? He got the dope album out, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk about it, you know what I mean? And get to know SYMBA, you know what I mean? And yeah, let y'all tap in, let the notifications go out, you feel me? And until then, we will start with the sponsors of the show. Sponsored by Royal Bloods. That's right, baby. Royal Bloods, man. Stay loyal to Royal. Go follow them on all social media platforms at Royal Blood. You feel me? Get your real swag and all your you know what I mean, all the things that you need. We got rollers, we got grinders, you know what I mean, we got roll trays, you feel me? We got hemp papers, we got hemp wraps, you know what I mean? We got tobacco wraps, we got rolling papers, you know what I mean? The naked papers, you feel me? And now we got the infused 3.5 gram hemp wrap blunts. You feel me? So these are at your local dispensary, baby. So go to your local dispensary, man. Go to your local liquor store. Go to your local gas station. Go to your local smoke shop and tell them you want Royal Blunts. And if you at a dispensary, tell them you want the infused hybrid or the indica joints. You know what I mean? They got the indica joints too. You feel me? And they got the other joints too, man. So yeah, ask for them infused joints with the ooh-wop in it. You feel me? So you get yourself right, dynamite. You dig? And go to Royal Blunts, man, and support Royal Blunts, man, and tell them Smoke a Lot Radio sent you. You dig? Straight up, man. Shaniqua in the building, man. Shout out to Royal Blunts. Royal Blunts. Shout out. Other sponsor. Valletta de Mexico. That's right, Dynamite. The best tequila on the market, baby. Level up, step your game up, baby. This is not a cheap penny, baby. It's gonna cost you a couple dollars to holler, baby. You feel me? But when you pop it, you're gonna feel real nice, baby, because this thing come with a poncho, it's a nayo, and it's been aged for 9 years, my friend. You feel me? You can also get the other one, man. You know what I mean? We got the other ones, man. This aged for 9 months. This Neo is aged for 9 months. But if you want the grande, man, it costs a little more turbo. This one you can get really cheaper. This gonna be the cheapest one on the mat. You feel me? But the Big Daddy, man, the age 9 year boy with the player poncho on it, man, you're gonna have to spend a couple dollars to make it holler. You feel me? Straight up, man. Go to IG and follow Tequila Leyenda de Mexico. Tequila Leyenda de Mexico. Follow them on the gram and tell them Smoke a Lot Records, Soak a Lot Radio, and Yuck Mouth sent you. You feel me? We got SYMBA in the building right on time after we got the sponsors out the goddamn way, Jose. Let's get my guy in the goddamn building. SYMBA, what's up with it, playboy?
What's up, big bro? What's happening with you?
Man, come on, get in this interview, man. We gotta let the people know what it do, man. You got the new album out, promote, man. What we doing, man?
We overdue for this one. We were supposed to do this one a long time ago. It's only right we got it by the end of the year.
Yeah, man. And you turning up like a motherfucker too, so it's perfect right now. You feel me? It's perfect.
Yeah.
I see you been making your runs, bro. I just seen you on the what that shit called, man? What this shit called? What
What
this shit called?
what you talking about?
When you had the live band, and you was rapping on the
Oh, the
mic in the
tiny
room,
desk.
tiny desk. Oh, you
Yeah,
lit
when I
that
was on
motherfucker
tiny
up,
desk.
bro.
Yeah.
I like that one, the goat. You
Nah,
know what I
that
mean?
was
We said everybody goat, my
that was
nigga.
it.
Yeah, when you said like, what if Rakim could rap with NBA YoungBoy? That shit was dope, my nigga. How you just broke the whole shit down like everybody goats in their own right. You feel me? That was a dope ass concept, and you right. I think it's goats in every era. You know what I mean? It can't just be one goat of
Nah,
all time. You know? You
that's how
said
I
how the
feel.
fuck is
That's
Floyd?
how I feel.
You said, hey, you said how Floyd the greatest? He ain't never fought Sugar Ray. Like you had some good points up in there, nigga, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I felt about it. It was just like I feel like it's that conversation we always have in the barbershops, like who the best, who's this, who that. But it's like in all actuality, we can't really say who the best is. I just read an article today that said Draymond Green passed up Michael Jordan in 3-point shots. Does that mean Draymond Green was a better 3-point shooter than Michael Jordan? Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? So it's
Right,
like
right.
we can't go back and relive them moments. So it's only right that we just honor our people for what they did in that time and for them being the GOAT of that era and the best of their time. But in all actuality, we are the GOAT, you know?
Speaking of GOAT, man, this is what we like to do on goddamn Smoke Like Radio, man. We always like to know what was your first rap name ever, and what was your first song that you ever wrote. What was the name of it?
My first rap name was SYMBA. It was
From the rip.
yeah, from the rip. It was SYMBA. It was a nickname I had since I was a kid because my favorite movie used to be The Lion King. So everybody used to call me Simba as a nickname. And I kind of related to the character too because my dad passed when I was younger. So it kind of had like a significant story that I related to. But when I started doing music, that was just the first name I ran with. And the first rap I wrote, it was actually to the Young Guns Set It Off beat. Yeah, it's time to set it off. It's time to set it off. It was that beat. That was the first like rap I ever wrote and like got in the studio and recorded.
See, you're a little different than me and Drew, man. Drew down first song was "I Love You." He's talking to a bitch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then his name was
That's
Droopy or something. His first name was Droopy or something. He wasn't Drew down, he was Droopy. And my first name was E Flow. I wasn't Yuck, my nigga. So
yeah.
it was another that had a first song that was wild, my nigga. Who was it, man? But yeah, that first
What was
song
it?
always
What
get
was it like? What was it like? What would you say it was like? Beginning stage of rap, you know what I mean? Like us coming out of these urban communities, like going into the music industry. What would you say the difference between then and now is? And what's something that's missing from then that helped benefit us artistry wise that we may not be applying now?
I think what was difference is the hands-on shit. You know what I mean? We had to be hands on with our customers. You know, people had to go to them tile records and them warehouses and shit and all and Rasputins and shit to grab them albums. You know what I mean? We had
Yeah,
to go out to street teams and shit and all that to promote, go to different radio stations and different markets and shit to promote, take tour buses and shit, you know, vans and shit all around the country to promote when right now it's at the push of a button. So it's easier. So that's the
yeah,
difference. And what's missing, I think, is the history of rap. You know what I mean? And people really like giving love to the OGs of rap. You know what I mean? Like the people who paved the way. Because you know, like you mentioned, you know, Eric B. I mean, Rakim and your shit. So
yeah,
obviously you do the due diligence. But when you got people like 21 Savage talking about Nas is irrelevant, then you get a
yeah,
couple people that really that you feel that really ain't applied the history of rap, you know what I mean, and the people who was a hard body karate niggas, and that paved the way for niggas to do what they doing right now. So I think the history and the respect is missing. That's it.
yeah. I could see that too, but at the same time, I think that's an issue within our community as a whole. Because I don't think 21 was saying like Nas was irrelevant or anything. I think he was just more so saying like musically in his generation, he probably don't hear Nas a lot, but he has a fan base that's big enough to where he could still sell to an audience that's bigger than what he may hear. And I understand it, but sometimes the internet take things out of hand. And then as you can see, they linked up and they did a song together. One mic,
Absolutely.
one gun. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
and, and that shit was hard. So I think that was a dope move. But I think the main thing overall, what we talking about is like the disconnect between like the youth and and and
Oh,
and and, and the
oh,
OGs.
and then
And
let,
and
let me.
that's something.
I'm glad you said that. Let me interrupt with that. Bro, I heard some shit, man, on the freestyle. Like, I seen you give this man the ultimate motherfucking respect. Freestyle at his album release party, whatever. You know what I mean? And then I heard him say, "You Simba, I'm the Lion King" on his
Yeah.
album. Is that what you talking about? Like the OGs not having respect for the youngsters too?
Nah, not even that, because that's like Chuck, my big bro. That's Chuck being Chuck. Like we play like that in the studio. You know what I mean? Like it's times I come in the studio, I say something to him, he say something to me. Like we play like that. But I'm
I'm
more
glad to
so what
hear
I'm
that,
talking
bro.
about.
I'm glad to hear that, bro. Because I thought he was getting going at you. I'm like, ain't they cool?
Nah, it wasn't even like he called me after he did it, and he told me he was like, "Yeah, I just went on the leak and got at you." He said, "Nigga, you better run with it." You feel me? And I was actually about to go up there and then say something in response, but I talked to the big homie, one of the big homies. He was like, "Man, don't even do it." You know what I mean? You got the album coming out, stay on what you doing. So I kept the focus on the project. But
Right.
overall, what I was about to say is I think what the true issue be is it's a disconnect between the young generation and older generation because of the amount of access this younger generation have. So it's like I was literally just talking to like my uncles and my step pops about this right before we jumped on. It's like the younger generation, like they respect level is a lot lower because of the amount of access they got to certain shit, right? And they feel like they ain't gotta listen because they can go get the answer from the internet. And sometimes the older generation come from a perspective that young niggas just ain't living through the day. You know what I mean? Or they don't relate to today. So it'd be important for us to have certain dialogue to find ways to communicate what it is we both trying to say to each other. Because if we don't, we just gonna continue this cycle of niggas being out here young with no guidance, OGs feeling like we don't listen. But at the end of the day, what's the solution to fix that shit? You know what I mean? Like how we talk as a
I
community and
think
just
this.
as
I
a
think
unit
this.
with one another. Like when I went up to
I think shit like what you and Fab doing. You know what I mean? What Jay and 21, like the OGs got to really just tap in with the youngsters. What Dre doing with you,
I agree.
you know what I mean? The OGs got to just tap in with the youngsters and show love. And then, once they open up, you can give them the game also to help them out. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
I think more of the OGs that really got it, that's in position. You know what I mean? Because every OG don't got the wisdom or ain't in position. The dudes that's in position, you know what I mean, that hold that higher positions, man. You know what I mean? Come help your dudes, man. You know what I mean? Help them with they fucked up contracts. Help them, you know what I mean, get through their shit. You know what I mean? Help them. You know what I mean? Tell them,
And
warn
that
them
that's
about
some
fucked up
that's
man.
some real shit you're saying too, because it's like that's real what you said. It's like a lot of OGs, like they be saying shit that they ain't really got the experience on speaking about. So it's like when I run into Yuck, anything Yuck tell me, I'm gonna listen because I know you did it. I watched you do it. I watched you as a young nigga. I listened to you. I studied your cadences. I did certain things to be lyrical. How people used to say, "Oh, Yuck, lyrical." Woo, woo. I listened to certain things and got that game from that. So anything you tell me, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, stop what I'm doing, and listen. You hit me, little bro. We need to do this. Woo woo. I'm on it. But there's certain people the where it's like, bro, like you ain't never done it. You know what I'm saying? So how could you tell me how to get it right when you never got it right, and then you want to get mad at me for not listening when you're not a great example?
That's why I said the niggas that's in position, like Dr. Dre, like the Jay-Z's, the big dogs. You know what I mean? The big dogs,
Yeah,
see young boys becoming big dogs. You know what I mean? Get up in their ear, help them become bigger dogs and get on your level. You know what I mean? Period. That's all I think. And
that
then niggas will stop that hatred towards the OGs, and the OGs will stop that hatred towards the youngsters, because the OGs think the youngsters don't want to fuck with them, think they all broke and old and dusty. You know what I mean? And then your
yeah,
youngsters, the OGs don't want to fuck with them because we jealous. We don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? We mad. We don't like their music or whatever the fuck, what they call it, mumble rap, and we dissing them and shit. So, it's both ways. But somebody need to bridge the gap. You know what I mean? And I think more conversations like this with me and you know what I mean, niggas linking up like you and Dre and the big dogs. You know what I mean? Snoop with the new Death Row, him hooking up with
yeah,
Snoop Badass and the youngsters and whatnot. I think 40 tapping in with all the youngsters and shit out there in the Bay. Short tapping in with all the youngsters out there in the Bay, and so on and so on. You know what I mean? Just
yeah,
keeping that shit lit. You know what I mean? And just
yeah,
keeping that connection together. You know what I mean?
yeah. Nah, real talk. Like that's really what I'm out here right now. I'm in the Bay out here right now filming, and I'm a part of the Freaky Tales film. You know,
Oh
and I
yeah,
talked
sure
to
got the freaky tail shit, right?
yeah, I talked to Short today, and I, what you want me to do? Like, what you You know what I mean? Is there anything you want me to represent? And it's like I'm calling that out of I want to make my OG proud. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I don't want to just get up here and do some shit because I got the opportunity to do it. Hey, how you want me to? You want me to walk a certain way? You want me to? You know what I mean? What energy you want me to give off so I can step into this role and deliver it the best way that I can, so we all look good as a unit.
Well, we got you playing Too Short.
Yeah.
Ooh, nigga.
this the
Salute,
this the
nigga. That's
this the
yeah, you
this the
resembling
first
the
time
nigga.
I
I can
announced
see
it
it.
too.
I can see
Yeah,
it.
this the
That's
first
dope
time
as
I
fuck.
announced it, man. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy, my nigga. Congratulations, salute, my nigga. When y'all start filming?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it just now starting.
Yeah, tomorrow, man. We got a big production behind it. A lot of people that's behind Marvel. A lot of big time names is behind this film. So it's gonna be a great one for the Bay. Great representation for what we come from. And also it's a few big names I can't say yet that grew up in the Bay Area that plays a part in this as well. So it's really an all around story of just culture here, and it's dope. It's
Ah,
dope. It's gonna be a big thing for us.
hell yeah, we need that, man. We need one of the Bay Area stories because we get stories from everywhere else and they dope as fuck. I can't wait till the new BMF season come out. But we need to hear
Yeah,
something about Oakland, my nigga. You know what I
facts,
mean?
facts. Nah, I just was talking to a couple of the homies the other day that work with Fifth, and I know they was talking to Lil D about some things. There's been a few other people, I know James Beasley. Has been a few people talking about his story. So it's coming alive. I just think we got a terrible infrastructure when it comes to the Bay Area. And now we starting to get certain people to step into certain places and certain positions to be able to connect everything as a whole. Because for a minute, everything was so segregated. You know what I mean? Artists felt a certain way about DJs and radio felt like artists wasn't delivering. We didn't really have the podcast and media industry going. Dizzler opened a lot of doors, but also upset a lot of people. You know what I mean? So it was us figuring this whole thing out as a conglomerate. And I think now you got a platform. Lil Blood got a platform. No Vultures got a platform. Ghazi doing phenomenal things for artists in the Bay. Burner getting ready to start a media company. He's on the Forbes list with some of the top people that's been doing it in history. So now we starting to get our just due to be able to build an infrastructure out. And I feel like it's going to continue to tell the Too Short story, the E40 story, the Yuck Mouth story. Like, we just got to continue to do our part to enhance where we from to be able to be on those platforms.
Hey man, you said it, bro. Period. Nigga, this whole thing, man, the whole life is too. I mean, freaky tale shit. That's about to blow him out the pump water. And you
Fact,
playing the role, my nigga. That's huge, bro. I was wondering like,
fact.
who they gonna have play short? Boom,
Yeah,
you perfect, nigga.
yeah.
You perfect. And it, and,
Nah,
and, and it's
I've
gonna
been,
and it's gonna be like a belly type of thing, like how when DMX and Nas was on Belly and Method Man, you know what I mean? That boosted their acting career. So would you do any more roles if this shit blow up? It is gonna blow up, but if it blow up to the capacity that they want you to keep on acting.
yeah, I'm not just a rapper, yuck. Like I'm an innovator, man. Like I look at rap as a commercial, as a stepping stone. I became a rapper because it was my talent and it was something I'm good at. But I'm also going to explore opportunities in music. I'm gonna explore opportunities in tech. I'm gonna explore opportunities in design. Like I just recently just cut a deal with a certain brand because they just want to keep paying me to do Instagram posts. And I'm like, yo, I'm more than an Instagram post. I could do commercials. You know what I mean? I could come up with concepts for our commercials. They don't see me as that. So I left. Y'all could keep that money for that Instagram post because y'all just not going to keep treating me like I'm some Instagram post. I'm more than that. I could bring more to the table. And music ain't my only talent. You know what I mean? I'm great at a lot of things, and I'm also somebody that's a hard worker. So I'm willing to put in the work to learn what it is, whatever I'm gonna take on. You know what I mean? So if I like building a rocket tomorrow, I'm gonna put them 10,000 hours in on how to how to build a rocket and go holler at Elon and we finna go to space.
Right, right. So yeah, you thinking out the box, man. That's a good thing because a lot of youngsters put their eggs in one basket, man. You know, with this rap shit, it is an alley oop slam the dunk into a lot of other different ventures. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you already focusing. You know what I mean already. Speaking of focus, man, when did it all start, man? Because I see you on LA Leakers like 2 years ago, man, and this been going up ever since then. But I know it's been lit before then. You know, I seen
Yeah.
Gillie and Walo in with you, Fab, and them fucking with you. So it's been lit before then, man. Take us back to the journey, man. Was you in a rap group or, you know what I mean? How did it start for SYMBA?
So I started out, man, right in the Bay Area. Me and the homies. My family is originally from Berkeley, and my mom was heavy into the real estate community, and she built a real estate office out in Antioch around 2001, 2002. And I moved out to Antioch when I was younger. And my mom had this real estate office, and my mom played a big part into Section 8 and a lot of black people moving into the community of Antioch. She sold a lot of houses out there. She was the first black real estate company out there doing that. And by me being out there, bro, we used to travel a lot. Me and my mom would move around. My mom had a spot in Las Vegas. I had family in Texas. So it always had my mind open to different things. And as a kid, I would notice like, man, like it seemed like with our culture, with Bay Area culture, like it always hit a ceiling. Like it only goes so far. And I was always curious as a kid to why that was. So we would go do things. Like I remember one year, my mom took me to New York for Christmas. We was in New York for 2 weeks, and people would be like, I'll be out there meeting people like, yeah, my favorite rapper E40, and they'd be like, who's that? And I'd be like, huh? You know what I mean? Like how y'all don't know? How y'all don't know
Who
Funky?
40 Fines is, you feel
You,
me?
you know what I mean? But it's like it was still developing. Rap was still developing at that time. But just me being a curious kid, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure whenever I do, I gotta do it big. So I started doing music because one of the homies had a studio. I was a star basketball player in my high school, Deer Valley High School, still hold the point record to this day. Um, and one of the homies had a studio in my junior year, and I got into it with my coach because my coach was this old nigga that played for the Lakers, right? And he
You
had
don't
like
want
a
to put his
10
name
day,
on
but never
blast.
really got his just. I don't want to put his name on blast, but he had like a 10-day contract or whatever or some shit. He didn't, his career never really worked out. And he used to take that out on
Oh,
us.
he's a G
You know what I
League.
mean?
He's a G League
No,
nigga.
he actually made the team. He was on the team. He was nice. He was nice. He was a
Okay.
Bay Area legend and hoop. But he was just very aggressive with us as kids. And that conversation we was having earlier, it's a certain way you got to speak to a kid to get him to open it up to listen. And he was never really trying to do that. So my junior year, me and him got into an argument and I stopped playing. So when I stopped playing, I started going to my homie crib every day and started rapping. He had the studio over there. And I remember I got in the car, bro. One time I made this song. I got in the car. I played it for this girl, and I got some buns. And I was like, and I was
got some
like,
got some got some red snapper, huh?
I was like, this what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I
This will
was like,
bring me
this,
the bitches, nigga. This is what
yeah,
I want to do. You can cuss, my nigga. Don't be you, bro. You can cuss your ass off,
okay,
man. I see you
nah,
keeping
for
it
sure.
clean, man. Cuss your ass off, man. Do what you do,
Like this,
baby.
this. I was like, this what the hell I want to do. Like I want to rap. I want to get the girls. I want to be fly. I want to move around. So I started doing music, but I was a manager before I was a rapper. So the first artist I was kind of managing was Young Kurt, right? So Young Kurt was from Pittsburgh, but we both went to Deer Valley High. Kurt started developing his buzz, but Kurt was never really a people person. So I knew how to move around and talk to everybody. So I would talk to everybody, book the shows, get us interviews, everything like that. Me and him start having differences because I'm starting to do my own thing, he doing his thing, and we both young and clashing. It just you know, when you young and you just, you know what I mean, you got that ego. I ain't really connecting like that. And we kind of split apart. And that's something I kind of regret to this day because we never got to fix it before he passed. You know what I mean? But like I owe a lot of my success as a youngin to Kurt because his talent introduced me to a lot of relationships I never would have had if it wasn't for him. And we never got to fix that. And so between that, I started, you know, continuing to do music. I made Bay Area Freshman 10 in 2000, I want to say 11 or 12 or something like that. Um, Amen knew me, Vaughn knew me, everybody knew me. I was always doing music, but I started going down to LA, bro. And when I was going down there, I was realizing, like, damn, I ain't good enough for as big as I want to be because I don't make Bay Area records. I don't make like the typical BPM of what a Bay record would be, or I don't really talk about a lot of pimping or a lot of this or whatever it may be. I don't identify as a street nigga. You know what I mean? I like to talk about different things that's broader. And I started realizing in order for me to get better at that as a songwriter, I needed to be down in LA around better songwriters. You know, so I moved down to LA around 2015. And like the first 3 years, a lot of people looked at me like the weed man. You know, like I was just coming through with the gas. You know, we got the best gas back up here. I'm coming down to LA with the gas and I'm in the studios just, you know what I mean, smoking with everybody. And they, bro, what you do? I'm like, oh, I do music, and I start rapping and showing them I can rap, and I started developing relationships. But it wasn't until I met my homie Cass in 2018, and I was rapping on one song and I was doing melody on another song. And he held up two phones with both videos and he was like, "Which one are you?" And I was like, "Man, I'm the rapper." He was like, "Then why you singing?" He was like, "Because that's what people tell me they want from me. Like, they like, in order to be hip today, you know what I mean, a hot today, you gotta do some shit with melody." He like, "Bro, when you rap the way you rap, all you need to do is stand on your talent." He said, "If you gonna stand on your talent, I'm with you. But if you gonna do this singing shit, I ain't fucking with it." I said, "Let's do it." We locked in for like 9 months straight, every day in the studio, just writing verses, writing songs. He'd be like, "That ain't it. That ain't a good hook. That ain't a good song. That ain't a good. Take this part from the verse, move this to the hook, do this, move. Stop yelling so much." Move. Just teaching me all these different things. And I just started developing into learning how to rap, but make it digestible for everybody to get it right away and for everybody to feel something. And I feel like the first display of that for the world to see was when I went to the LA Leakers. I was doing it on songs and doing it on certain freestyles. This new posted me before I went to the Leakers, and that went viral. Gillie and Walo posted me, that went viral. I was doing it, but the first time that it really felt like something and looked like something was when I went to the LA Leakers.
Yeah, that shit with everybody. I think shit LeBron posted that. Like everybody posted that motherfucking freestyle.
Yeah.
Everybody. I'm like, nigga, Houston, we got a problem, my nigga. Cause I heard you get talking. You said you was from Antioch. I said, nigga, I ain't never heard of a nigga from Antioch, but this nigga, he got gas, nigga.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I'm like, this nigga's an animal. And then I start seeing Fab, everybody post you. I'm like, okay, so everybody fuck with him, right? So I think I had followed you or something. I hit you with one like, bro, your shit dope. You know what I mean? I hit you, and then you had hit me back and shit. And that's how we kind of, start fuck with it. You know what I mean? But I seen it from the rip. I'm like, oh, this nigga a problem, man.
What's
This nigga.
crazy is like Fab been my big homie from the longest. Fab performed at my 16th birthday party. So it's like everybody kind of knew me, or I had moments with everybody. It just I didn't fully I wasn't fully standing on who I was as a rapper and as an artist. And the minute I started doing that around 2019, 2020 was when it kind of it showed itself for the world to see.
Bro, man, so you get on the LA Leakers, then you go on like a freestyle fucking spree, my nigga. Like you get the just gassing everybody's shit. Did you hit Sway too, right?
Yeah, I did Sway and I did Flex just this year. The
I
Leakers
just
was in
seen Flex. I
2020.
just seen the Flex one.
Yeah. I did the Leakers in 2020. I did Fire in the Booth 2021, but it didn't come out until May of 2022. Then I did Sway and Flex in the same week in September when I had dropped the project. As those take time, I had dropped it September 16th of this year, and I did Sway and Flex. But each one I do, bro, like I always try to make it a moment. That's why like people be hitting me all day, like, come do the freestyle, come do this. But it's like, for me, I like them shits to be moments. I don't just want to come up here and just rap because I know how to rap. I want to say something that needs to be said. And it's a time and place to do it. You know what I mean? So I love to take my time and really just execute it to where when I go up there, people can really feel it.
Bro, it's niggas that be giving reviews, like, you know what I mean? How they do reviews on movies, nigga. Your freestyle pop up, niggas go, shut up right now.
Yeah.
They doing reviews, nigga, straight up. So that lit it up, bro. So I see you with Gillie and Walo and them. How you end up getting with them? Because I know you tapped in with Fabs since you was 16. How
Yeah.
you tapped in with Gillie and Walo?
Same thing, bro. I was moving around. So I used to be in Ben Salem with one of the homies, my homie Noodle. And this is when this was around the time when I first moved out my mama house, right? And you know, being from the Bay, right? We all, how could I say it? We all fall into an OT hustle certain times, if you get what I'm saying, right?
Come on,
Like
man.
we all,
I was on the Biggie Small tour selling niggas weed, man. Come on, man.
we all
Fresh off the
fall.
stoop to getting loot, nigga. 5 niggas platinum. And I'm trying to sell niggas weed on tour, my nigga. It never leaves us. It never.
Yeah, so I have moved out to Ben Salem, which is basically like kind of like the Antioch in Philly. It's like a suburban area in Philly. And I was out there for like a year and a half, and I was just out there hustling, doing my thing. And I used to go to the studio out there. The studio was called Bat Cave, and Gillie used to be out there. And I used to be in Gillie sessions. That's how me and Gillie met. And then Wallo had came home and I just seen his videos and I was just a fan of his videos because I was going through a point in time at that time when Wallo first got out where I was like fucked up, bro. I was broke as hell. You know what I mean? Me and my girl was in LA just in this loft apartment struggling to pay rent. I'm out there paying DJs to play my records, buying drinks and tables, thinking this the shit I gotta do to get my name lit, not knowing I'm supposed to be in the studio making my music better. I'm just out here fucking off money and losing it. And Wallo started posting these motivational videos, and they used to just motivate me. And I used to hit him and be like, "Bro, I fuck with you, man. Like I appreciate you." Woo, woo, woo. And he wouldn't respond at first. He didn't see it. And then I had another homie from Philly because I'm signed to a production company that's from Philly, and we got a partnership with Atlantic. It's called Star Island. And one of my big homies, Chase, he was cool with Wallo and he played Walo some music, and Walo was like, "Yo, I gotta meet this nigga." And then Walo went to DM me and seen that I had already been hitting him. And he was like, "Yo, bro," he was like, "You been hitting me. I'm trying to get in touch with you." He's like, "We gotta connect." And I sent him my number, and this was like 4 years ago, and we just been locked in ever since.
Wow. Real niggas link up, man. That's crazy. Look how God worked. You was hitting him, and now he's trying to hit you.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
That's crazy, bro. And they
And
good
he played
niggas, man. They got them M&Ms, man. They hit them niggas with a full M&M bag.
a full one, bro. And it's like it's funny because I see a lot of people try to duplicate what they do, like a lot of duos or try to duplicate what they do. And it's like they don't understand the half of how real it is what they do. Like that's really how they are all day long. They not acting, they not putting on the front. Like that's really who they are. Like they be in the crib and they act the same way they act when the camera on or whether it's not on. Talk about the same things, the same way, everything. So it's like to see them become or break the bank for 100 M's, you know what I mean? Just being themselves, it's motivation for anybody else to get up and go be themselves and show you it's a bag for you to be yourself.
And without disrespecting the dead, without shitting on rappers and dissing people. They just did it honest and straight, raw and uncut, bro. Period. No
Facts.
shitting on people. Like, they did it, man. Come on, man.
Facts.
That's motivation, my nigga. You know what I mean? And then
Facts.
with this podcast shit, man, it's all about the chemistry, my nigga. And you could tell their chemistry is natural because they family and they've been fucking with each other forever. A lot of people build their chemistry or get to know each other on the podcast. They really don't even fuck with each other. A lot of people just put
Yep.
people together, you know, and
Yep.
they really got to make a bond like the first 4 or 5 shows. And then about the 6th show, they finally get it together. They probably hung out a few times and
Yep.
start yelling and shit. But to get what Gillie and Walo got, that's ghetto gold. You can't get that, bro. Period.
Nah,
That's why
for
I got
sure.
them bag, boy, that big boy bag, nigga, with the multiple flavors in that motherfucker. They got the big boy bag.
Yeah.
The family pack, nigga.
The family
The
pack,
big ass
they got
family
that.
pack of M&Ms, my nigga. They got the family pack. Straight up, my nigga. So
Facts.
look, coming up out there, right? You know what I mean? And you doing your album, and what is it? It's called Pursuit. What is it called?
I just dropped so my first project was Don't Run From Rap. My latest one was Results Take Time.
Results take time, right? Results
Yeah.
take time. So you just dropped 2 in a row.
Yeah, I dropped a project in 2020 because I was held up with the pandemic. And then I kind of waited until this year till things was kind of back open all the way. And then we dropped in September of this year.
I
So it was
seen
like a
that.
two year window.
Yeah, the pandemic shut everybody down, nigga. Period. Niggas couldn't wait
Yeah.
till the pandemic was over to finally drop. So I seen you drop that dope ass video, boy. Remind me of Exhibit.
Oh yeah.
Bad with the
What you see
video.
is what you get.
Yeah, that
Yeah, no,
motherfucker.
that was the exact inspiration. Like it was Exhibit. I used to love that video as a kid. You know what I mean? So I was like, I had made that song, and I was like, what this shit make me feel like? And I was like, this song. And this was before I even sent it to Push. But I was like, this song make me feel like just like the videos I used to watch when I was a kid. Like when I used to get up and get dressed for school and wait for my mom to get ready to go drop me off. Like this was the type of video that I would see. And I was like, what was one of my favorite videos back then? I was just watching a bunch of old school videos and I came across that Exhibit video and I was like, I gotta do this in the Bay. I gotta show this like a Bay version of this. And then I hit I hit Keone. Excuse me. I hit Keone, who's from the Bay Area. Like, yo, bro, we gotta pull this off. Sent them the song. We came up, found the locations and everything. We shot it in like a day. Knocked that joint out, bro. Put it out. Everybody loved it.
That motherfucker wet, boy. I'm like, ooh, you just did an Exhibit on niggas, boy. Killed it. My
Yeah,
niggas flying through the town, nigga. Fat picked
yeah,
you up in that goddamn Lambo thing. I'm like, oh, they
yeah.
done no niggas now, boy. They going crazy, nigga. You
That's
feel
what it
me?
was. That's what it's about, bro. Showing like if you notice all the top executives. Like I was just chilling with Puff the other night in Miami at his crib, and he was just putting me up on a lot of game. And he was telling me like the importance of one thing they did back in the day was lighting up and glorifying where they came from. You know what I mean? Like showing the everyday people that same block they see, but now when they see it on TV, they cherish it more. You know what I mean? So I was like, I wanted to do that same thing. And I'm not from Oakland. I'm from Berkeley and was raised in Antioch. But when most people around the world hear the word Bay Area, they think 2 places, San Francisco and Oakland. And Oakland is more known for the Black Panthers and revolutionary shit. And I felt like what I'm doing music-wise for the Bay and where we come from is some revolutionary shit. So I had to do it in Oakland because that's the heart and soul of where we come from in the Bay Area. So it was an important moment for me to do that though, bro. Just to see the city lit up so people could see where we come from on that type of platform.
Hey, that shit was lit. Y'all pulled that motherfucker off, boy. I kept watching that bitch back to back. I was trying to see
Yeah.
how long the blunt lasted, because you got to start off like you had to go get some wood. I wanted, cause somebody was smoking at the studio, I think. I wanted to see what that blunt still lit when you got back to the studio at the end. But
Yeah.
That motherfucker was dope as shit. Then I seen you do the video. What you was downtown LA when you hanging out the window?
Downtown LA, hanging out the window. Which
You
one
at
was
the
that?
side of the window, nigga. You outside the window going at it. The car's driving, and you out the side of the window
Oh,
rapping to the
that
camera.
that's in the Bay.
That's in Frisco?
Oh
Where that's
no,
at?
it's two of them. You talking about Dunkin' Dome? Part one, Dunkin' Dome is in the Bay. Part two is in LA.
I think I seen part
Part two
two.
in LA. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
part two
Yeah.
is in LA for sure. Yeah.
So what was the concept of those two? Like,
Dunkin' Dome, I feel like just be like you know how Drake be having them like 7 a.m.s in Dallas and
right,
9 a.m., 4 p.m.s in Calabasas where he
Calabasas,
just go off. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that's like that's what my Dunkin' Donuts is, where it's like where I'm getting ready to drop some music or I'm getting ready to start putting shit out, and I want people to know the perspective of what I'm about to come with this next wave of music. Like that's how I let them know. So if you listen to Dunkin' Donuts, that came out what was it 4 months before all this other music I previously put out, but everything I'm saying in there. I watched all these niggas play friends to make M's, go and buy jewelry and go and get them a Benz, fuck a few hoes that most of us probably hit just to feel validated by bitches who ain't shit. But I can't blame her because these niggas is tricks, flying hoes out, man. These niggas a trip. You out here taking care of these hoes more than your kids back in school. We ain't even know these niggas exist. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
it's
man, you
letting
gas
people
them,
know.
nigga.
It's letting people know the energy of what I'm about to come with. Results take
Right.
time. Never end up broke. Never change. Sacrifices. Can't win for nothing. Find a way. Go. You know what I mean? It's letting people know the energy of what I'm about to come with. So that's really what the Dunkin' Donuts series be. I'm actually about to start working on part three because I got a lot of music that I'm working on right now that I want to start putting out for next year. So I'm gonna start getting that next Dunkin' Donuts ready to let them know what's the perspective for the next batch of music.
This next Donkey Dome better be for the Dre album, man. Let's talk about that, man. How you link up with Dre?
Yeah.
What you working on? He better be working on a new album. Something better be going on, my brother. What we doing with Dr. Dre?
Yeah, nah, so Dre, I met Dre, I was at a session with Game. Game had a session for the Drillmatic album he was recording. And Dre got a nephew named Keon. And Keon was there. And when Game when Game records his albums, he shut down the whole Chalice, right? Chalice is a recording studio in Los Angeles for people who may not know. And it's a very nice recording studio. So he shuts down the main rooms and all the studios around it. So I'm walking through the hallway and I hear this kid just playing beats in there, and the beats was just banging. I'm like, damn, what was that in there? So I go in there and I just start freestyling beats, just doing little shit. I'm doing mumbles and just doing shit. He just playing beat after beat. He like, bro, he like, I gotta take you to meet my uncle. I'm like, who your uncle? He like, Dr. Dre. I'm like, bro, stop playing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you're in LA, everybody knows somebody, knows somebody, knows somebody that actually know the person. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, bro, all right, for sure. Like 2 days later, he FaceTimed me on a group chat, FaceTime with Dre on the phone. And Dre was like, yo, he was like, it's funny that, you ran into Keon because I've been watching your LA Leakers freestyle, been checking your music out. Like, I really fuck with you. Like, I wanna link up when you get some time. He said, I'm doing this Super Bowl shit. I got this Super Bowl performance coming up. After that, I want us to get in and see what we could do. I'm like, listen, Doc, you tell me where to be and when to be, and I'm gonna be there. You know what I mean? Like, that's all you gotta do is send a message. He like, bet. So about 2 weeks went by, Super Bowl came, and it's crazy because I was with Game watching the Super Bowl. While he was
Nah, what was he saying, man? I know he ready to throw a football
he
at the
was
goddamn television.
nah, he wasn't even I didn't even know he felt the way until he went on the Drink Champs and said it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, everybody like
Because
right
in the
after that
moment,
shit. Yeah, right after it was rumored that he was heated. Like he was heated that they put everybody on there but him. You're like, man, fuck Mary J. Blige, nigga. I should have been on that.
Yeah, cause in the moment, like when we was at the party, he was watching it. He was just like vibing with it. You know what I mean? He was just like, this big for the West, this straight. So I didn't even know he felt the way about it at first. But
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, Dre was
You
like,
seen a real passion for him. He really represented. That's dope to hear that because
yeah,
everybody thought he was hating.
nah, he wasn't hating at all. He was just, I think it was more so afterwards, the backlash of what everybody else kind of said probably made him think about it a little more, you know what I mean, and dig a little deeper too. But I think in the beginning, like he was partying with the shit, like it was lit. That was one of the best parties I've been to this year was that nigga Super Bowl party for real. But so the
Salute to
Super
Chuck.
Bowl passed.
Salute to Chuck.
For sure. Salute the big bro. But the Super Bowl passed, and it was about 2 days after. I think it was the Tuesday or the Wednesday after the Super Bowl. And Keon had hit me, and he was like, "Yo, Unc wants you to pull up." And I was like, "Bet." I'm like, "Send the address." I was in a studio session. They sent the address. I told the people in the studio I was going to the bathroom. I walked smooth out that motherfucker. Got in the car, drove straight to Dre crib, and I was there for like 3 days straight, bro. We was just playing music, cutting records. And just throughout the year, I've been going over there and we've been making great music. I haven't been over there since I've been on tour and dropped a new project, but we talked the other day on Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna be back in touch with him top of the year, but in the beginning of the year, we was working a lot. We got this one song that's so fucking good. Like it's probably the best song I've ever been a part of. Like ever. Like it's so fucking good. And I'm gonna get on him about it more, but it's a phenomenal fucking song.
Man, you better tell him let you get that for your album because waiting for that goddamn detox, it probably don't come out, man. That nigga got a million phenomenal songs in that goddamn studio, man, and ain't dropping
Nah, he
shit.
got some heat. He got some heat. But you gotta remember, man, when you at that level, it's not about even dropping no more. It's like you you move for legacy. You don't move for money and accolades and awards and to be hot. Like you move off legacy. And with someone like him who's done so much, he's basically the greatest hip hop producer of all time. You know what I
Facts.
mean? So it's like in his mind, where he may be mentally, what he thinks he has to achieve, we we can't even fathom what he see.
Right, right,
You know
right,
what I mean? So we can hear what he got. We can hear what he got and be like, this shit is the best shit ever. But in his mind, he may be hearing something that where he could take it 32 levels above that we ain't even fathoming. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta give him that time because it's like when creativity striking a genius at work, you gotta just give him that time to figure it out.
Yep. Okay. So speaking of genius at work, man, everybody say working with him is difficult because he make you say your rhymes like about 1,000 times before it's finally laid. Like, did he have you doing your pronunciations and all that shit right like 1,000 times on the verse, or you just had it straight from the rip?
Me personally, I never went through that. Now, I don't know if that's because
Oh, you a first, nigga. Everybody, T
I
Pain went
never
through that shit.
but I'm gonna tell you why I think I got a theory of why I didn't go through that. As a West Coast nigga, I grew up listening to nothing but Drake. So it's certain it's certain tones and certain cadences to where the minute he say how to do it, I pick it up because I've been listening to it my whole life. Now, if you a young kid or a young artist from Atlanta or from Florida and you got an accent, you know what I mean, and he's trying to get you to say something a certain way, you may not be able to pronounce it the way that he wants you to pronounce it, and it's gonna take some time for him to get it out you versus me. I could get what he's saying right away. So it's like even on Never End Up Broke, right? Dre was a part of that record, right? So it's like I'm from where they pimping at, bipping at, and stripping at a 6 hour drive from where niggas died for a fitted cap. See, gangbanging, we never got into that. You know what I'm saying? Dre might want you to say it like gangbanging, we never got into that.
Mm-hmm.
I could catch that right away, but I could catch that. But for somebody with an accent, that that might be hard for them to pronunciate that. So it might take them a little more time. But for me, I never went through that. And we
Yeah.
got some joints.
Yeah, like yo, that's what I like about your shit, the clarity. You know what I mean? And also
Yeah.
the 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 vocabulary in your shit. You know what I mean? Like you really don't just be cussing up a storm. You got, you know what I mean, great cadence, you know what I mean, great vocabulary and great subject matter. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
some of the shit be funny too. You got sense of humor in that bitch too. So that's
Yeah,
hella,
you got to.
you gotta have that sense of humor, man. Coming from the yay, man. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I mean,
you,
pop your whip, man. Say, I am him,
you,
not them, my friend. You feel me?
exactly.
Straight up,
Exactly.
man. Come on, man.
It's in me. It ain't on me.
It ain't on me, homie. So check this out, man.
Come on.
When was you around when Mac Dre was alive?
I was, man. It's
What was
crazy
you?
you
Was
say
they
that.
hyphy in Antioch, my nigga? Was niggas getting hyphy and swinging donuts and shit and ghost riding the whip? What was you doing this shit, man?
So you gotta realize, like, Pittsburgh was kind of like the first, like, see, Antioch and like Brentwood and shit wasn't as bad as it is today. Antioch is really like a hood today. Pittsburgh was the hood.
Right. Fact. That's
You
where
know what I
Jack and
mean?
that's where
Pittsburgh
Jack
was
from.
the hood.
That's where Jack is from.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was the hood. So Pittsburgh had a lot of people who had a lot of families from Oakland that moved to Pittsburgh. So a lot of Oakland culture was already in Pittsburgh. It's kind of like Sacramento in a way. You know what I mean? Just a shorter drive. So a lot of Oakland culture was already out there. So when Mac Dre came, it's crazy you asked that question because I just told somebody the other day, Mac Dre was the first time I seen social media.
You lying.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I never seen nobody do no day-to-day vlog until I seen Trill TV. That was the first time I physically seen somebody that wasn't like uh Michael Jackson or Prince or somebody with their own day-to-day life or behind the music thing that wasn't on VH1. That was the first time I physically seen it, was when I went in Tower Records and bought Trill TV and I seen Mac Dre going from Portland to Seattle back to the Bay, all this shit showing his day-to-day life. So like, to me, that was my introduction to social media. And Dre, I feel like, was the identity of hype. I feel like it was people making hyphy music before, and I'm a little younger, so I could be wrong, but this is just in my experience. It was people that was making it before, like Keek was around, and it was people that was around. But Dre taught us how to dress hyphy. Like, he taught us how to swing the car hyphy. He taught us to put the stunner shades on. He gave us a dance to do that was hyphy. You know what I mean? So it's like Dre
He was
was
the
like
face.
the
Yeah, he was
first
the face and the mascot. He was the face and the mascot of hyphy. Period.
yeah. That's what I
He was the
remember. I
face.
remember
He
being a
had the
kid.
outfit. He had the uniform. He had the dance.
Yeah,
And he had the movement. That whole Thiz movement had everybody up under their umbrella, nigga, from Sacramento to Vallejo to San Francisco to Pittsburgh, Oakland, nigga, Hayward, San Jose, nigga, all in between, Fresno, nigga. Everybody was up under that
yep,
motherfucker. Modesto, everybody was rocking with Thiz, my nigga. So he definitely was a face. You feel me?
yep. Nah, he definitely was a face, man, and it taught me a lot. Just because he was so free. I felt like he was
Right.
just free with music, and he wasn't so trapped in like trying to be like I feel like sometimes it's like niggas from urban environments in the hood and from the streets, niggas get caught up in feeling like they gotta portray a certain demeanor because they come from the street. Like they gotta portray this quote unquote street nigga shit. And
Yeah,
Dre
nigga,
was a
guys
street
got to
nigga,
act
but it's
like they
like
hard.
he didn't act like what. Yeah, he was himself. You know what I'm saying? Like Dre was the first time I seen. Dre was the first nigga I seen that had real killers dancing. You know what I mean?
Fact.
Like niggas that I know
Fact.
that are really go off of nigga. They in that joint gigging. Like getting to it. You know what I'm saying? That was the first person I seen do that. Like
Right,
for real.
right. Right, you ain't lying. Had killers, nigga, with the meanest popping pills with the meanest thinnest face of life, nigga. Look like a nigga
Going
smell dog
crazy.
shit. Ooh, like dumbass thinnest face, like nigga. It look like the grandma died. Like nigga,
Facts.
crazy ass thinnest faces, but niggas all sucked in from popping pills all day and night. Yeah, he had some
Facts.
wild shit going on. Niggas crashing they whip, trying to ghost ride the whip and shit. Nah, man.
Bro,
Wildin',
tearing
man.
they telling they Cadillac converter up, trying to tear the side show down.
And tearing their whole goddamn fender off, my nigga, and all types of shit, man. Whole bumper and fender, everything coming off with these niggas, man. Niggas be
For
swinging, niggas
real.
flying out the car and shit. Like, nigga ain't out the window, nigga sideways, nigga fly out the car, hit his head on the ground,
Uh,
slide to first base on the ground.
all kind of shit, bro. It was so much going on. I was a kid like at this time, so this is before like this when I first moved to Antioch. So it wasn't until my bad. Just got over this cold. It wasn't until I want to say I want to say three. My bad. It wasn't until like 3-4 years after Dre passed where I actually tried a Thiz pill.
Oh
You
shit,
know what I'm saying?
you finally had to, you finally threw your tea up, huh?
Cause I was a youngin. I was hella young, and I'm living in Antioch. So it wasn't until I was about, cause I'm watching Trill TV at like 12, 11 years old. So it wasn't
Mm.
until I'm like 17. It wasn't until I'm like 17 for real where I really just like popped a pill and just was like, oh, this is what Dre was talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fired up in that motherfucker, sweating bullets. You know what I
Gritting the
mean?
shit out your teeth like nigga, the teeth grit is
Like,
serious. Nigga, if you ain't grit your teeth, that ain't hitting, boy. You gotta be like
that ain't it. That ain't hit. It ain't hit at all.
nigga smiling
Bro,
like
for real.
like
Yeah.
why you mad? I'm smiling. Nah, nigga, you ain't smiling, you growling, nigga. Shit, boy.
For real.
Niggas had the most
For
ugly
real.
vampire faces ever. Nigga like look like a motherfucking wolf foaming at the mouth, my nigga. Then nigga had all that cake up white shit
I'm
right here.
telling
All
all
that
the
shit
corner
right
they
there.
my
Hell of that white cake up on the side. They shit talking and oh man, he used to be manny, bro. And still knock a bitch though. With all that white shit on the side. Ugly ass vampire face still knock a bitch though.
facts.
Look, all the
Facts.
bitches, nigga. What?
They could be burnt out, still pulling something.
Nigga pull up in a
Oh, that's
U-Haul. Hella
funny as
niggas in the
hell.
back of the U-Haul, nigga, and fill that bitch up with bitches and ride out in the
I just
U-Haul.
told my I just told my brother because we was just on tour. We had the Sprinter. I told him, I said, yeah, next tour, I'm about to go buy a scraper van.
Hell
I'm gonna put
no.
the TVs, I'm gonna put the TVs in it and everything.
All
We
that,
gonna
nigga.
we gonna go on tour on the scraper van.
Man, they don't know, boy. That's a motherfucking mobile hotel, man. Niggas that have money, boy.
For
Nigga
real.
slide a bitch right in the back of that motherfucker. Lower that back seat down. That shit
Lower
turn
that
to a
back
little
seat and
comfort.
get right
That shit turn
to it.
to a
Especially when you had the one with the TV up there.
the TV with the curtains. That motherfucking back seat turned to a sectional. A futon.
It was up. It was
Yeah,
up.
man. Them Turk bands. JT staying what? You see JT, the African, what he be?
Yeah,
This nigga JT be
yeah.
riding around in a Turk van. He staying one, man. Straight up.
JT all around hustling, man. He's a legend. Shout out to JT.
Shout out to Fig, man. He taught us how to do this shit, man. Between
Facts,
Fig
facts.
and motherfucking 40, really 40, cause it's been short. You know what I mean? That goddamn
Yeah,
St. Tom, whatever that whoever 40 Uncle St. Charles, he put all them niggas on.
yeah,
Bo 40, Spice, all them niggas. He had all them niggas up under his belt, you know, giving them the
yeah.
game. So 40 had a lot to do with it too. Speaking of 40, man, you do any work with him?
Yeah, that's man. We actually was just at the game the other night. We got a new song about to get ready to come out. It's with my homegirl Raven Tyler, who I work with a lot. She's actually on two hooks on my project on Blessings and Soul Ties. She's on Results Take Time. But we put this record together. The first record me and 40 did, it was a slapper. It was something for the city. This one, we went in a different direction to where it's more about, the injustice, you know what I mean, that go on in America and certain things, to where it's not fair for us as black people when we dealing with certain communities as far as the police, government, all kind of different things. And 40 got in a different bag on this one to where it made me kind of open up creatively a little bit. Like when I heard his verse, it made me feel like I gotta do something different. Like I gotta do something that's a moment. So I kind of catered my verse. Fucking since we on Big Bro show, I'ma just let it be known. I kind of catered my verse to as if I was George Floyd in his last moments.
Oh wow, what the
You
fuck?
know,
That had
so
to be
like
a
my
deep ass
whole
verse, bro.
yeah, it's like my whole verse is like me as George Floyd walking in the store in his last few moments. And we
Oh
actually
wow.
getting ready to shoot the video. We just talked about shooting a video the other day, but I feel like it's gonna be something like very very powerful when it come out. And like I say, 40 in a different bag, like, and it ain't like it's no slow song. It's still a blammer. It's just the way we packaged it is very unique. It's a dope piece of art.
Yeah, 40 been that nigga, boy. He been, and he's so well rounded, man. He could do anything, my nigga. Like, he's so dope, my nigga, period. Like, niggas don't give 40 his props, my nigga. I done heard him do songs with the
Facts.
best, and, go neck to neck or gas niggas. He's either neck to neck or gas niggas. I don't care. From the east to down south to the Midwest to the coast. He be giving niggas a headache, man. Period. That
I
nigga
got
dope.
into a I got into an argument with somebody the other day, right? And
Right.
I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. I got into an argument with somebody the other day, and I said I believe 40. Shit. I believe 40 is a better rapper than Eminem, right?
They gon'
And
they
they
gon'
was like, and
kill you for this. They
look,
gonna
they
kill.
they was on me. They
They
was
gonna
on me, right?
kill
But
you.
here's why I said it. I said this, right? 40 adapted to every era.
Facts.
He's one that adapt. And in order to be great, you have to adapt. He's adapted to before M was here and adapted to when M ain't really the hottest right now. 40 still got a record. So in my opinion, in order to be somebody that great, you have to be able to adapt to the times. And
And
40
stand the
adapted
test of
to
time.
every era and
40,
stand the test of time.
40 stayed relevant during every era. It ain't one time the nigga dropped the ball, not once.
Not once.
Every era he been lit. Since the
Not
fucking
once.
late 80s on down to right now, my nigga. You
Y'all could
absolutely
say
right.
it's Bay Area bias or whatever, but that's just how I truly feel. I've never seen nobody besides a Drake adjust to every form or every 40's on the Black Panther soundtrack right now, bro. On a Spanish song, bro.
Wow.
Never seen like somebody adapt to music that way, but 40 Drake. And you could say short in a way too.
And Snoop. And Snoop. I heard
Snoop's
Snoop
another one.
rapping Spanish on the Mexican song too.
Snoop, you got Hove, you got
Yeah, ho.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I mean, like, of course Drake. Anybody that's
Speaking
great,
of
but it's
that,
like
man.
they all can.
Not to throw you off, man, but speaking that you be talking about real critical shit in your rhymes, man. How you feel about what they did to our brother Kyrie and Kanye? As far as they saying they anti-Semitic about their beliefs, who they believe in, like far as religiously and who they are.
Yeah, I think it's I think I'm on your podcast right now. I'm on your radio show, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
can't I can't just come in here and say, "Hey, yuck, I don't like the way you got the camera, and I don't like them plaques in the back. I think you should take that off if you want me to do this interview." But if you
Right,
like, bro, this my motherfucking show. This how I like my show to look, right? I ain't
right,
got the right to tell you how to run your show.
right,
And I
right.
think sometimes what's being said can get ignored for how it's delivered. Because a lot of what's being said isn't necessarily wrong. It's the delivery and it's the attack that makes it an issue. You know what I mean? So it's like at the same time, I think Kanye's doing more to himself than they doing to him.
Facts. That new shit he said
You know what
about
I
Hitler.
mean?
I can't back that Hitler thing. I had your back. That boy started screaming at Hitler shit. Slow down, Turbo. I don't
You
know,
know what
bro.
I
I don't know where
mean?
you're going from here, boy.
It's like we all know in our community, the black community, we not the best at unifying and stick together. But instead of going on other platforms complaining about how other races do, how about we have conversations internally with each other on how to fix this, and we can support each other to where we don't even have to have these conversations publicly to put you in a situation that could hurt everybody. You know what I mean? Like let's figure some things out amongst us as a people first and figure out how to move forward with that. And then we can go sit down with other groups and demand what it is we looking for and what we want. I don't think just attacking it and putting the blame on this and saying this is the right way to go about things. I think it's certain conversations that need to be had. I don't think everything needs to be public. And you know, at the end of the day, that nigga's still a legend. He's still one of the goats. He's still one of the greatest minds to bless us with his art and his ingenuity. But at the same time, it's a way to go about trying to get your point across. And I think he just went about it the wrong way.
I absolutely agree with that, bro. But I also think that it's bad, you know what I mean? Because we are the culture. So every time we slip on a banana, you know what I mean? Banana fall for the banana in the tailpipe, it make the tabloids no matter what we do. Other races, they can slip on a banana and nothing happens. You know what I mean? Let's talk about the Jerry Jones shit. That shit, they trying to just slide that shit. You know what I mean? The Brett
Yeah.
Favre shit, they trying to slide that shit to the side. But when it happens to us, it's sensationalized. But the thing that somebody was saying on their shit, man, I don't know what podcast I was listening to, but the dude put up a great point. He said, um, Kanye said on television and everybody that he's bipolar. You know what I mean? They taking them pills. You know, they try and give him medicine and shit and whatever. So he's basically mentally disturbed, kind of. So
Yeah.
why would you put a phone and the camera, keep putting it in front of a mentally disturbed person that you know they took his meds, that you know is, you know what I mean, kind of stir crazy? You wouldn't do that with Britney Spears. You know what I mean? You're gonna tuck her away. You know what I mean? If she get on camera and start talking her shit, you're gonna think she crazier than Kanye. But
But
where's the people that where,
it's also it's another side to that because it's like you was just about to say, it's people in his corner that's supposed to stop that, but because they probably getting a check and they probably afraid to say something to cut their ties off to their money that they getting from him, they allow him to do what it is they want to do, and that doesn't necessarily protect him. You know what I mean? So I think, and even when we say, like, yes, we do control culture, we do make culture cool, but we don't own shit. Like you just said, we could slip and fall and bust our tailpipe, and it's gonna be all over the tabloids, but we don't own the tabloids. They do. So they control the narrative of what goes out. So who really controls culture?
oh, the people he said. See, there
That's
you
what
go.
you
Because
feel me?
I think I think if he was wrong, all the shit that's happening to him wouldn't happen. He wouldn't have lost all them deals. They wouldn't freeze his bank
Facts.
accounts and wouldn't let him tell him to take 160 something million out the bank and then don't give it to him. Like they hitting this nigga with tax fraud, all types of shit right now.
But
They
that's
coming
why
out.
but
They
that's
trying to
why I
swing
said
out the park on this nigga.
That's why I said I got no right to come to your show and tell you how to rearrange the walls, bro. We in they shit.
in they shit, bruh. And you
They
gotta, hey,
control it.
however they want their motherfucking walls to be, you gotta let that be, you know. And then
You
sometimes
gotta
I
let that
think
be.
Kanye fearless. You know what I mean? He's speaking. He ain't afraid to speak. You know what I mean? Like you
And
say.
I
And like,
respect that.
but it should be like some conferences or something where he speak to people like this. He shouldn't have put it on no platforms. I think he should have had some little hip hop conferences just with the real underground artists and top artists, bring them together. Like, hey man, let's look at these contracts. Let's figure this shit out. Yada yada yada. Instead of, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because they control a
I
lot, and
100% agree.
he's
I
feeling the wrath of it.
100%. Yeah.
They
No, I
control
want
a lot. Even this YouTube platform, they control. You know what I mean? They
they
control a
control
lot, man.
everything, bro. Like we operating off an iPhone right now. It's all the
Hey,
inventions. You know what I mean? So it's
right,
like
right.
we gotta take the initiative into our hands and say, okay, brother, yeah, if this how you feel, how do we as a community all come together and help build our own or help support to where we don't have to go through this instead of continuing to go on these platforms and just say these outlandish things. Let's have solutions, these conversations on how to fix these things and what people could do. Because one thing about black people is you can't just you can't just come in our community and start criticizing us for not understanding certain things that we don't have the information on, right? So I can't just be coming in here telling everybody, oh, we should be thinking this, we should be doing this, we should be doing that if I'm not going to show them how to do it. You know what I mean? So we can't just be having these conversations. My bad. We can't be
Uh,
having these conversations of this needs to happen and that needs to happen without actually talking about how to make it happen for us. You know what I mean? And I think
yeah, you said it.
sometimes, yeah, we go on other platforms and we give them clickbait for their websites and their platforms without actually having some type of conversation to find a solution for us to move forward.
That's it. We need a fucking solution. You can't complain without having a solution to the problem, or we just complaining
Facts,
for nothing. We just screaming at the
facts,
sky. We just barking at cars and shit like a dog, my nigga. That car don't give a fuck
facts,
about that bark. You know, period.
facts,
Unless a dog get in the
facts,
car and pull up next to the motherfucker and hunk back, I don't know. But yeah, we gotta find
facts.
solutions, man. Period. We can't keep pointing the finger at people until we, you know what I mean, start trying to really make a move to stop what we complaining about. You know what I mean? Because you
Facts.
got Meek Mill going direct to customer. You got your homeboy LaRussell going direct to customer. So it's ways it could be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without having the 360
And
deal.
it's like for what may work for somebody may not work for that next person. Me
Right.
personally, I like the major label system.
Me too. I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
love it. I
not.
wouldn't have none of that on the wall without the major record label system.
I mean, so just because I may like that and LaRussell may like the independent scene, don't mean we gotta argue, we gotta clash. That's what he like. I like what I like, and we find a way to come together in the middle, like we is December 23rd, getting ready to announce it tomorrow, throwing a show together December 3rd at the Midway in San Francisco. You know what I'm saying? We come
Oh
together and we
shit.
and we find solutions. And we find
Oh shit.
solutions.
Hold on, man. Slow down, Turbo. Shameless plug, man. December the 3rd?
December 23rd.
Oh, 23rd. I thought you said it. I'm like, that's nigga with what? The 23rd, bro. Right before
December
Christmas.
23rd.
Y'all
Yeah,
about
me
to
and
give them a
LaRussell at
Christmas
the
gift
Midway.
before Christmas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Oh man, that's about to be bananas. This the first time y'all perform together?
First time.
Ah shit, man. Hey, y'all about to
First time.
shake the fucking room, bro. That's gonna be devastating, bro. Anybody else opening or is just y'all two?
I think it's gonna be us two, and I think we got a few special guests, but I ain't gonna say no names. We got some special guests though. We
Yeah,
got
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
guests.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
gonna be a
cool.
good night. It's gonna be a
That's
good
gonna
one.
be a lovely night, bro. I damn near got it. I'm gonna be in the Bay. I think I'm gonna come to that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I'm gonna
Come
have to
on,
pull up.
come on. You
Yeah,
gotta
have to pull up on
you
that,
you
man.
might need to be one of them special. You might need to be one of them special guests.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be out there, man. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up, my nigga. Definitely, I will be there. Pooh man, no Frank Ocean, man. All right, man. God damn,
Let's
man. I
make
think
it
that's
happen.
enough. I done held up enough of your time, man. God, we gonna do a part two, nigga, when you drop the new one with Dr. Dre, man.
All
You feel
good.
me?
Come on. You already know it, man. You big bro. So anytime, anything I got going on, I'm gonna make sure I always come visit the platform. It's only right.
Man, thanks for tapping in and much congratulations on all the success, my nigga. Keep running it up on and keep your foot on these niggas' necks. Don't let up, man. You feel me? And then I see you at the
Nah,
motherfucking top, man, because that's exactly where you're going, man. Keep it going, man. Um, it just feel good, man, to have people from the Bay getting recognized in different type of areas, different type of lanes. Like
yeah.
you said, you gotta be a tough guy, pimp, a player, you know what I mean, to really get your shit off, you know what I mean, right now. And you and LaRussell, y'all come with a whole different lane, man. That just real life shit. You know what I mean? Not having to
Nah,
be a killer, drug dealer, just real life situations. You know what I mean? That everybody could relate to. Nigga, your grandma could relate
fact,
to this, your uncle, nigga, your friends, you know what I mean, your family, and the real ones. You know what I mean? So you
fact.
got some got a little bit of something for everybody, man. So keep kicking their ass, bro. And salute, man. And I can't wait to the next one, bro. You feel me?
Nah, definitely we gonna do it again. But salute to you as well, man. You've been a legend in this game. I just soaked up a lot of game from you, learned a lot from you, and I just appreciate you for continuing to be a great example. A lot of people that came from your generation is they strung out on dope, they fucked up in life, they ain't got a lot going on, and you continue to transition, continue to prosper, continue to be great, and now you running your own show. So it's a blessing to see, and we only gonna continue to get further as big bro and little bro, and anything I could do to help the platform, I'm always here for
I need you on the album, bro. That's what's next, man. I
it.
need you on the
Easy
album,
call. Let's
nigga.
go. Easy
Yeah,
call.
I'm
Come
about to
on, let's
send you
do it.
some shit, man. I'm working on City of Dope, man. So I definitely need you on that. One more thing, man. There's one more thing that we always do, man, before we get up out of here, man. The Yuck Mouth 5 on the 5, man. So you being from the Bay Area, man, your top 5 Bay Area artists, Northern Cali artists that are alive.
Top five better allow go. Short 40, Mr. Fab, Mac Dre, and me personally, Messy Mar.
No Tupac, nigga. No, I'm fucking
I
with you.
gotta I gotta go with Mess because that's Mess was like I listened to Mess a lot when I was a kid.
Mess is hella hard. They don't be giving Mess his props. Mess is hella
I,
hard,
I,
my
I
nigga.
listened to Pac originally from the East Coast. You know what I
Right,
mean? So it's like
right.
it's different. But Mess was like I used to really like I used to try to be like Mess. You know what I mean? I used to like try to talk
You weren't
slower,
playing with your
females
nose,
like
nigga.
meth. I
You
never
weren't playing.
played with my nose. I never played with my nose. I never was on drugs. Only drug I ever did, if it is a drug, is weed. I took an X pill back in the day, tried a little Molly here and there, but I ain't never really been the pill popper or the lean sipper or the perks. That ain't really my thing. I smoke my weed, I sip my tequila, and I leave it at that. But Mess, as a kid, Mess had me pulling up just wanting to be a player, like just wanting to relax and chill with the ladies and just be smooth and tell them to get on my height. You know what I mean? Like that was Mess was cold to me. So that I would say Percy, that's my top five.
Okay, okay. That's respectable. You know what I mean? That's respectable. Even though you ain't put no pocket in, man, but that's respectable. And that you know what I mean?
I look at Pac. I look at Pac as he's more of a descendant. I don't think he Pac from the East Coast, right? Moved here later in life and then moved out, went to LA. I look at him more LA as the Bay.
But look,
He
too
got the
short from LA.
game. He got
Too
the
short.
game from
Look.
here.
Too short from LA. Move to Oakland.
Yeah, but he continued to rep Oakland.
Yeah.
He
Nah,
never
nah.
left.
That nigga show
He
came
never
young,
left
nigga.
us.
Yeah.
He
Show
never
came
left
when he
us.
was a
It felt
little
like
baby.
Pac. It felt like Pac came in, got the game, took it elsewhere. Same thing with Master P. I feel like Master P came in, got the game, took it elsewhere. You know what I mean? It wasn't like they stayed here and helped build here.
Right. You're absolutely right. I respect that. All right, mate. Top 5 motherfucking basketball players since you play hoop, nigga. Dead or
Top
alive, nigga.
5. I got LeBron, Kobe, Mike, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry.
Oh, that's him. That's undeniable right there. You can't even, I can't even diss that, my nigga. That was him, bro. God damn. I can't say nothing about it, bro. I usually
That's
argue
my
with niggas
5.
about their top 5. That's where we get to go, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
bump heads a little bit. I can't say shit about that, bro. I can't. Only thing
yeah.
I can say is where's shit. Probably Iverson, but he can't fuck with Durant right
AI
now.
ain't got that ring.
Yeah, he ain't getting
He ain't got that ring.
he ain't get the rings
I
and
don't think he
things,
can
man.
rock with Durant. And I think Curry's the greatest shooter ever. So it's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
tough.
that's
It's
tough,
tough.
buddy. All right, last one, man. Top 5 movies,
Okay.
man. Dope ass movies. It could be gangster,
Ooh.
it could be poetic, it could be nigga love movies, it could be Transformers, nigga Spider-Man, Batman, Black Panther. Top 5 movies, my nigga, that you love.
Number 1, Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, that's one out the blue. I don't even know about that one. What's that about?
Law Abiding Citizen is crazy. Check out Law Abiding Citizen.
All right.
It's about a man who basically his family gets killed and he spends his whole life punishing everybody that that basically let the like they gave the people that killed his family like 10 years or something like that, and he punished everybody from the judge to the motherfucking DA to it's crazy.
Whoa.
Just watch it. Law abiding citizen. It's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta
Law
check that out.
abiding citizen. What's another one? Law abiding citizen. I love the founder, the McDonald's story.
Okay.
Um, Life, Eddie Murphy and Martin.
Uh-huh.
Um, ooh,
That's 3. 2 more.
Friday.
Which one? All of them?
I'm
All
gonna
of them.
say all of them, but
All
mainly
of
the first one, but all of them. And I'm gonna say uh, Slumdog Millionaire.
them. Slumdog Millionaire. They say that's a dope one. They say that's
Yeah,
a dope one.
Slumdog Millionaire.
No
They're
gangster
my
movie,
5.
nigga. No goddamn Scarface, nigga. No Blow, nigga. No. You
Nah,
ain't
them
fuck with
them is
no
them
gangster
is all
movies,
them
huh?
like see if we would have did top 10, them would have been in there. But each one of them movies like got a it's just a different thing. Like when you watch Law Abiding Citizen, you're gonna see like, bro, this is some crazy. I'm into like crazy storytelling shit. You know, with the gangster movies, we know what that shit gonna be. A nigga gonna run his money up and crash at the end. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We know that story. We know what that's gonna be. But it's certain shit like Slumdog Millionaire, the spook that's set by the door. That's some old shit from the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Law Abiding Citizen. These movies got great stories to them, to where shit happens that you never even seen coming. You know what I mean? So that's why I would name them.
Yeah, okay. That's dope as fuck, man. Last one, man. Top 5 comedians, dead or alive, since you named Martin Lawrence and them. This the last one, man.
Okay. Top 5 comedians. I'm gonna say Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac,
Oh, that's a good one.
Richard Pryor,
Oh,
and my last one is my little brother Louis Belt from the Bay Area, California.
wait, Louis Belt, that's my nigga, man. But man, hold up, big swole up, man. God damn, man. I'm fucking with you, man. No Mike Epps, nigga. No Cat
You
Williams,
know,
nigga.
you know, you know. I would put Mike in there and Cat in there, but for my little brother, I watched him grind, man, and he came a long way, and that's really something that's close to the heart to me. So it's probably a little biased, but that's my personal favorite, one of my personal favorites.
You ain't the first nigga to be biased on here. It's hella niggas that got comedian homeboys that say them niggas first, man. I argued a nigga down that said Lil Duval was the best comedian ever. I said, nigga, that's your homeboy, nigga. I said that shit
Yeah,
on
yeah,
they be number one. Like number five, I accept what you said, number five, but number one, nigga, I argued that nigga
yeah,
down, man. And
yeah,
we
yeah.
on mushrooms and shit, we was hella arguing. Blah, 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 blah. But it was hella fun though. We had hella
Man,
fun. You know,
Dave
that,
Dave Chappelle, my number one. I love his storytelling.
yeah, he dope. He's funny without trying to be funny. He just tells his story and make a
Exactly,
face, nigga, and it's like, ha 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 ha, like everybody laughing.
exactly,
Like Mike
exactly.
Epps laugh before he tell his joke. Like, hey nigga got to like a lot of comedians laugh. He just natural with it. He just smoking on the cigarette. Hey.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh? Ah, everybody laugh like just natural with it. I just like
yeah.
how uncanny he with it. You know what I mean?
I love Corey Holcomb too.
Yeah, man. Come on. Niggas gotta get Corey his props, my nigga. I think he's the number one comedian podcast it is, bro. And he's one of the top comedians, nigga. Period.
I love Corey Holcomb. He funny as hell.
Yeah, he hella funny. He got the podcast, the 5150 show. That nigga be going in every week clowning
Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah,
I be
he go
checking
hard.
him out.
Yeah, that nigga dope, man. Well, shit, man. Thanks for the Yuck Mouth 505, man. And
Nah,
thank you
man.
for being on Smoke a Lot Radio, man. It's way overdue, man. SYMBA in the motherfucking building, man. This boy
Come
gassing,
on,
nigga.
you
All
already
gas and
know.
brakes, nigga. Straight up, bruh.
Come
Give
on.
them your social media handles, you know what I mean? And let them know where they
Yeah,
can find you at, get your merch and shit, all that shit, man. I know you got some handles, man.
yeah. Y'all can find me on all platforms at the real Simba. That's TheRealSymba. That's on all platforms, man. Y'all can find me there. Tune in with me. Check in. A lot of new music on the way. Movies on the way. Uh, I plan to build my own city by 2035, man. I got a city on the way, so we working on some big things.
On some Kanye shit, huh? You gonna build your own community?
When I about this, when I was a kid, before I even knew who Kanye was, I just always wanted a place for me and my people to kind of do what America did to us.
Mom's a real estate agent, man. She can make that happen with your capital and her game.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
nothing to a player. You feel me?
yeah, yeah.
Salute to
Nah,
your
that's that's
moms too,
that's the
man.
goal, man. For
Salute to you,
sure.
my
Thank
nigga.
you, brother.
Thank you for tapping in, my nigga, man. SYMBA in this
For
motherfucker.
sure.
Smoke a lot radio. We out, nigga. Yada da.
All right.
SYMBA in this motherfucker, man. The guy, the myth, the motherfucking legend, man. In this bitch, man. You feel me? Smoke a Lot Radio, man. We did it at the end of the week instead of middle of the week, but we still got you a motherfucking episode. You feel me? Hey, man, this man is going straight to the motherfucking top. He already up there, man. Salute to the youngsters that's keeping the motherfucking torch lit in the Bay Area, man, and Northern Cali, man. Salute to all y'all, man. Keep beating their ass and keep your foot on the gas, man. Salute, 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 man. And I will be at that show, nigga, on the 23rd, man, in Frisco, man. I will be there, Pooh Bear. You feel me? Straight up, man. Salute to y'all, man. Everybody in the chat, everybody for tapping in. You know what I mean? Putting your shout outs on the screen and whatnot. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we fuck with y'all, bro. Period. Straight up, man. Just gave y'all a whole history lesson on SYMBA. And stay tuned, man. That boy just getting started, man. You feel me? Smoke a Lot Radio. Sponsored by Royal Blood. Sponsored by La Inter Tequila. Leyenda de Mexico. You did? Also sponsored by SmokeALotRecords.com. Go get your merch, man. Definitely go grab you some of that creamery. You know what I mean? Some of that One Mob versus Everybody, some of that Looney gear. Go grab you some albums. Go grab you some, yay, man. Go grab you some something from that motherfucker, man. And if you're feeling the conversation, make a donation. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. My dig, my dig, my dig, my dig, my team. You dig? Salute to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all. I see y'all this week. Smoke Light Radio. We got High Learning coming. We got Wonder Twins coming. A lot of shit coming this week. Stay tuned, man. Hit them likes, hit them subscribes on the way out, and I'm out. Yada that. Boy!